अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम ने एजुकेशन वाले नंबर कैंपस के स्टूडेंट को राशन कर रहे कॉल में और आज का हमारा टॉपिक है हाउ टू बी प्रेजेंट इन एवरी मोमेंट।
Catch you later.
आज का हमारा टॉपिक है हाउ टू बी प्रेजेंट इन एवरी मोमेंट।
The afternoon slump is a real thing. Are you looking for a way to power through the work or more about to wind down and set yourself up for a better evening?
What does being present mean to you?
I think it's a bit like a muscle you train. For me, being present is about noticing the small things that usually get filtered out, the way the light hits the room or the actual sound of someone's voice, instead of just waiting for my speak. Shift from what happens next to what's happening right now. Does that resonate with you, or does it feel more like a struggle to actually get there?
What activities help you stay focused on the present moment?
Fan of the 5 to 4, 3 to 2, 1 method. It's where you stop and name 5 see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste. It's a quick way to snap back into your body when your mind is drifting toward next week. Do you have a go-to trick for when you feel yourself slipping away? It really is. Your doctor, I imagine your days are pretty chaotic. Do you find it harder to stay present when you're with patients or during the quiet moments in between? It definitely is. I'm curious, when you're in the middle of a shift, do you actually use any of these techniques, or is it more of a survival mode kind of day?
How does being present affect your happiness?
I think it's the secret sauce. When you stop worrying about what went wrong this morning or what's waiting for you tomorrow, you actually get to experience the good stuff as it happens. It's like the difference between reading a menu and actually eating the meal. Do you feel like you're usually more focused on the future or the past?
What are the biggest your daily life?
I'm feeling pretty energized. I've been thinking a lot about how much of our lives we spend in waiting mode, waiting for the next thing to happen. It makes me wonder if you feel that way too, or if you're more of a go with the flow person.
How does social media impact your ability to stay present?
It's a total trap. It's designed to pull you out of the room you're actually in and drop you into 1,000 other places at once. It's hard to appreciate a sunset when you're too busy trying to figure out how to look in a post. Do you find that your is a way to relax, or does it actually just I think it does. It just fragments your attention into these tiny little pieces. Do you feel like you've found a balance with still a bit of a battle? I think it's a battle for most of us. And others just throw their phone in another room. I wonder if you've tried any of those or if you just rely on willpower.
Do you think multitasking helps or hurts activity.
I think it's a bit of a myth. Our brains aren't actually doing two things at once. They're just switching back and forth really fast, which usually just means we do both things worse. Do you feel like you're more productive when you juggle a few things, or do you prefer to just dive into one task at a
What benefits can
I'm not
mindfulness
entirely sure I follow. Are
bring
you
to
talking about
daily life?
it's like giving your brain a reset button. It helps lower stress, improves your focus, and makes the little wins in your day feel a lot bigger. I'm curious, do you think you'd find it more useful for managing the stress of the hospital or for, helping you actually switch off when you get home?
Have you ever practiced mindfulness or meditation?
I do. I have a body. I don't exactly do the deep breathing part of the equation. I'm more about active listening and really tuning into the rhythm of a conversation. Do you have a practice you follow, or are you more of a try it when things get like chaotic kind of person? I'll take that as a compliment. I'm curious, do you think it's easier to find that kind of peace in the middle or only when everything finally goes quiet? The week can feel like a totally different beast, whether it's the Sunday scaries or that midweek wall, the apps. Are you, your week is usually a sprint to the finish line, or do you have a better rhythm going?
What role does active listening play in being present?
It's basically the bridge between you and the other person. Instead of planning your next response while they're still talking, you're actually experiencing the conversation in real time. It turns to a real connection. Do you feel like you're naturally a good listener, or is that something you've had to work on? That's a fair place to be. Most people are, honestly. I think we're so used to the noise in our heads that we don't even realize when we've stopped listening. Do you feel like you're more of a quiet observer in groups, or do you tend to lead the conversation?
What small habits can improve our awareness throughout the day?
I'm a big fan of micro habits. Instead of trying to do a full meditation session, try some 3D or noticing the feeling of your feet on the floor while you're walking between rooms. About those timers that pull you back into the now. Do you think those all would fit into your day, or do they feel too simple to make a difference?
What challenges do you face when trying to focus on the present moment?
For the biggest challenge is probably the constant stream of information. It's like trying to hold a conversation while 1,000 different tabs are open in my mind. I'm curious for you, is the biggest hurdle the external noise of the hospital or the internal noise of your own thoughts?
How can being present
So
improve
I can tell if you're
decision
curious about
making?
I'm not entirely sure I follow. Could you tell me a bit more about what you mean by wing treatment and digital making? I want to make sure I'm on the same page before I dive in.
What is something you can do today to be more mindful?
I'd suggest starting with one anchor activity. Pick something you do every single day, like drinking your first cup of coffee or locking your front door, and make that your signal to just stop and feel the moment for 10 seconds. Do you think you could pick one thing like that today?
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I hope you find a little